grade students, welcome back from spring break. On behalf of myself, Mr. Edwards, Mr. Parr, Ms. Polycarp, we really hope you had a relaxing, safe, enjoyable, hopefully you had a good time with your family, all hanging out, kept your hands washed, and welcome back to the last 6.5 weeks of school. Welcome back to the DLD Show. It's going to be a big part of what we're going to continue to do as we move forward. Today's lesson is going to be great, today's lesson, okay? We're going to talk about the judicial branch, but that celebrity that I said was going to show up today is going to show up today, okay? So get ready, stay tuned till the end, and see our very first of many celebrity appearances on the DLD Show. So we're talking about the judicial branch. It's the last branch of the three that we need to talk about. Before the break, we talked about the legislative branch. That's the General Assembly. Okay, that's the Senate and the House of Representatives. They make the laws. We talked about the executive branch, the governor, the lieutenant governor. Okay, they enforce the law. And today we're talking about the judicial branch in Georgia, and they interpret the law. They determine whether the law is constitutional, and they also help to administer justice in the legal system through the courts, through their civil and criminal courts that we'll talk about. All right, so there's a PowerPoint. It's not long. This is a very, very short lesson today. You'll see a PowerPoint, DLD 10. So you'll want to open that up and take a look at it. And there's also a very short article that you'll see attached today that is about the federal government's judicial branch. It's info about that, and you'll need that for the $1 million question that we have later today. But as you go through, the PowerPoint, it talks about the different types of courts in Georgia. There are a lot of different types of courts. There's the Supreme Court at the top level, okay? The Court of Appeals, and you'll see I put there just a very short, brief definition. That's like the second chance. Like an appeal is if you've been convicted, but maybe there's new evidence or something wasn't done correctly in your original trial, and you can go back and have a second chance, okay? The Superior Court is the court that is basically, it's above level of all the lower courts that are throughout the state of Georgia. Municipal courts are city courts. Courts that are taking place within cities. A magistrate court is a court that involves, it has a judge that's presiding. It'd be a judge trial. A probate court, that's anything that has to do with like documents, property rights, wills when people die, things like that. And then the juvenile court, you'll see that on the little triangle thing in the PowerPoint. And we'll talk about that later. That's when it's somebody under the age of 18. We're dealing with the legal rights of somebody that is a juvenile, okay? So you'll see there the little pyramid, and the Supreme Court is at the top of it, okay? So they are, the Supreme Court justices and the Court of Appeals is elected in Georgia, okay? It's an elected position here in Georgia, and it's a 6-year term. If you're elected to the Georgia Supreme Court, that is a 6-year term, and then you could run again and get elected again, okay? There are 7 justices on the Supreme Court of Georgia, okay? At the federal level, there are 9, but in Georgia, there are 7 justices, okay? And it's a 6-year term, okay? You'll see there's the 2 roles of the judicial branch to determine whether new laws are constitutional, and then, like it says there in the PowerPoint, to help administer justice in the state of Georgia through civil and criminal courts. And that's something we'll talk about tomorrow, okay? So that's it. Really, really quick, okay? Your $1 million discussion question, you'll see it says, first, read the article of Federal Judicial Branch Info. Okay, it's very short. Using the article and the notes that we've just sort of gone over here in the last 3 minutes, compare the requirements for the federal and state judicial branches, okay? And look at them, and you'll see it says answer the following question, okay? It says the federal Supreme Court is appointed for life, okay? It's a life position. The Georgia Supreme Court is a 6-year term, like we said. So the discussion question is, which is better? Should your Supreme Court justices, should they have a lifetime job? Once they're in forever until they die or until they quit? Or should it be like in Georgia, where every 6 years you would have to get reelected to the Supreme Court? I don't know. What do you think? So you're gonna tell us in the discussion post for your teacher, which one do you think is better, more appropriate, and why? And then go back and respond to 2 of your peers. And remember to say something that advances that conversation, okay? Not just a simple I agree. And on the packet that you have, that you should have already had from before spring break, you'll see there's just one little section that you need to do on that today. Hey, it's great to be back with you guys. I know this is crazy. I know. And we're all living through something that we're going to remember. And just know we have a special bond. Not just me, the other teachers too, and all of us. We got a special bond here in this moment that we're going to remember forever. So the next 6.5 weeks, finish strong. Finish strong and really do your best across the board. We can't wait to engage with you and see what you've got to say, okay? And now, before we go today on the DLD Show, it's time for our first of many celebrity appearances. Oh, he couldn't wait to reach out and talk to you guys here at Northbrook. It's the Atlanta Hawks' own Dwayne Dedman, and he has a special greeting just for us. Take it away, Dwayne.
Northbrook Middle School, what's up? It's Dwayne Dedman with the Atlanta Hawks. Just reaching out to see how everybody's doing, check in, making sure everybody's staying safe, washing their hands and all that good stuff. You know, and definitely staying on top of your schoolwork. I know these times is a little different for everybody. You know, you don't have to go to school anymore. You're doing schoolwork from home. So just stay locked in, keep doing your school thing. You know, school is definitely important. So, you know, just keep doing that and have fun with it. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, Dwayne Dedman. You couldn't have said it any better. Stay locked in. Okay, this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. Don't cruise through it. Drive through it, okay? And do your absolute best for the next 6.5 weeks. We cannot wait to see what this time is going to show for us. Hey, it's Mr. Bork on the DLD Show speaking for Mr. Edwards, Mr. Parr, and Miss Polycarp. We love you guys. Now go out there and do that discussion post question and that little bit from the packet, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll catch you on the interweb.